Anyway, that's where I believe the design flaw is, in these small pieces, and I believe that the gunsmith did not like working on them, because even in the best of times, the more complicated you make an item, the more temperamental it can be. But it's a beautiful gun. Once I get it put back together, I'll show you why I really like it, because it's like pulling it out of a holster is like pulling your finger out of a holster and aiming it. The balance is so good. I can see why it was used. Now, as I understand it, like a gentleman had once told me, that the nickel plated and the pearl handler weren't used that much. From what I understand, back in the day, this gun right here, or pistol, cost a whopping $5 US. Now, with all the upgrades, the nickel plating and the bird's eye grips, that went to $15. So $15 must have been a lot of money back then. And then, of course, I read about John Wesley Hardin, Dark Angel of Texas, and if anyone wants to know about a really interesting book, Trigonometry, Gallery of Gunfighters, by Eugene Cunningham. This book was written in 1934, and it's written, and the guy talks in 1934 language, and he talks about Billy the Kid and Hardin and people that ran with him that he knew about, even though it was 40 years after the fact. So those are just really interesting things. The one thing I liked about John Wesley Hardin was he wasn't a psychopathic, just kill everything for the hell of it. It just seemed like if he saw a threat, he eliminated it. Or if someone threatened his family or his clan, he eliminated it. But then, you know, who really knows? I'd like to read his autobiography, but I don't know that. All right, and then after I put this away, then I'm going to get on to a couple other videos on the Mauser. I'm going to take the Mauser apart and take a look at it. Oh, one other thing. If you want to take pictures, I'm not an expert on cameras either, at all. I just, for some reason, I can do a story and use a video camera and do it in one take, and I just post it and that's it. But usually you have an auto setting on your camera, and then there's always that little flower mode. And what that flower mode is, you notice how like people take pictures of flowers and they come up and they get like, you know, this close or, you know, this close. That's what the flower mode means. It means very intense, crisp, close-up. So if you do take pictures of the little parts or something or whatever you're going to do, use that mode. And then I might even tell you about what I think about John Wesley and his day from what I know myself. I don't know that much. I read about these things because I found out that we have this pistol. This pistol will be put back together. I will not fire it. I'll make sure it works. And then it'll go to a good home with someone that really appreciates them. Because, excuse me, because it's a beautiful gun, and I'm not a collector myself. I like guns, love them, but it just needs to go to a collector that would really appreciate it. All the parts are there. The only thing that will be not there when I get it fixed is one of the replacement screws right there will not have the silver on the end. And that's all, which I kind of feel bad about. But I didn't have that one, so I had to. Matter of fact, this little tiny one right here, this little tiny screw right there. And well, I can just paint some silver on it, right? Sell it like that. No, I can't do that. I have to, you know, be totally honest with the whole deal. Anyway, I'm talking too long. I just really like the little gun. Now we'll go on to Mausers, or we'll go on to guitar electronics diagrams.